All right. Speaking of comedic value, congrats on your podium job, bud. Good job. I think it's time for an Ask Alex. I think we go
Okay,
straight into that.
we got a weird one, and I'm a fan, but okay, I'll keep this anonymous because this is odd. Recently, I went to see Top Gun Maverick. First of all, this guy.
Love
I'm
that
so
already.
jealous.
Yep.
Fantastic film.
Yes.
However, during the movie, my friends made fun of me for eating an entire bag of unpopped popcorn seeds. This has been my favorite movie snack since I was a small child. Are my friends being unreasonable?
Question.
Did you have electricity as a small child?
Do you have teeth left? No, like
So,
do you
that's
just,
fair.
Do you just suck the oil and salt off the little popcorn balls and swallow them, or do you crunch them?
I feel like it crunches them.
Yeah, see, I was
Do you
assuming
also
crunch.
eat whole lemons?
Well,
Do you eat
all right,
raw onions?
Do you kill people in your basement?
probably. That's unrelated to that. That's just most of our listeners. We do very well in the serial killer demographic.
I don't
Okay.
understand why on earth that would be appetizing.
So
I'm curious why, as a kid, you
Your
were
parents
exposed to
allowed
that.
that.
Yeah, that's bad for your teeth. Like you
yeah,
said.
no, like when we make popcorn and there's extra seeds, I tell Hazel not to chew on them because
Right.
it could hurt her teeth. Yeah.
Yes.
Usually I'm a big believer in you should enjoy the things you like in whatever way you like. And you know what? Like you want to have your steak well done? Not for me, but you go for it. You want to have like a fruity drink? Go for it. I don't care. This though, I think raises a point. This negatively affects the people around him. Because if you're loudly crunching on popcorn kernels during a movie,
I don't know that you can crunch those.
I mean, you can. I've definitely done it. Like when there's like the little extra ones left over, but it can be done. It's not recommended.
What does it taste
I couldn't
like?
imagine. It's nothing. It's not great. It's
Sir,
nowhere near as good
so
as popcorn that has
why
been
don't you
popped.
just eat sunflower seeds or something if you like, or corn nuts? Why don't you eat corn nuts like a normal human being?
Or just pop the corn and eat it that way.
Do you
know
go
what?
to
I'm
the movie
curious.
theater
I'll be
and
right back.
ask them to pour the? How do
Guys,
you?
for
gonna
our
try this.
listeners, I'm pretty sure Tim just walked away to his kitchen to grab a bag of popcorn, and he's just going to open it and eat it. Yep. Yep, that's what's happening. Okay. So he has come back from the kitchen. Excuse me. He now has a bag of popcorn unpopped that he is going to pour into a bowl, and he's going to try to crunch. All right. I hope does Tim's dentist listen to this show, because you're
God, I
about to
hope
make some money.
Well, they don't recognize my voice. I haven't been there in 5 years.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
We can tell.
I'm obviously kidding.
You and Connor must be the same guy.
Oh, this looks disgusting.
Oh, what kind of? It's like the super buttered one.
It's the movie theater butter popcorn. Okay, this looks gross.
You volunteered for this. Nobody even asked you.
I just want to know what it's like. All right.
Here we go.
Oh wow, that's hard.
Yeah, like this is not an easy thing to crunch down on.
How is this relaxing? Oh,
How does your jaw feel at the end of this, sir? Are you like? You must have the strongest jaw of any listener we know.
I hope you really floss when you get home,
holy crap!
because like
That's not enjoyable at
popped
all.
popcorn gets all up in your grill and stuff. Unpopped, does it like cut your gums and stuff? Like that's makes me very upset.
I don't understand why you would choose this.
I think ultimately what we have decided and discovered is that no, sir, unfortunately, your friends are not being unreasonable. You are being unreasonable for doing this at all, especially in public.
I just can't understand. Like, I just had one, and that was an uncomfortable experience.
Again, we're a fully inclusive group here at Off Track. We want everybody to do whatever makes them happy, as long as it's not that.
Yeah, what's the old phrase? Your freedom to swing your arm ends where my nose begins. That was like crunchy. I'm sure you guys could hear that. You can't do that in a movie theater. That's like bringing in like one of those like old people candies that you have to unwrap and
Werther's Original.
Yeah. That's not movie theater food.
Yeah, it's not food. But
so that brings up a very interesting topic. For some reason, well, not some reason. I'm sure it's to preserve freshness. But Sour Patch Kids now come in a plastic wrapper inside the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they've had that for a while, haven't
Yeah.
they?
I mean, okay, but that's not how it originally was. And so, are you the type of person that sits there and fiddles with the plastic, or during the previews, do you open it and pour it into the box? Okay.
Oh.
Well, I was sat next to someone
I
that.
don't know if I pour it into the box.
So you fiddle with the plastic the whole movie.
Yeah, maybe.
You
Well, because
fiddle
like
with the plastic.
if I'm
Maybe you
honest,
just
I
put
haven't.
it in your mouth.
Yeah, like normally they just come in a bag, right? Like
Well,
the
no.
box,
So I'm sorry. I'm saying the ones that come in the box.
Yeah, right. I haven't ordered
Because that
in a
sort of
long
plastic
time.
is much louder than the soft side.
Yes,
of plastic.
yeah, it's like this. It's almost like a crinkly saran kind of
correct.
plastic. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point. You had somebody not do that, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I mean, let's be clear here, Alex. You and I have brought in a bottle of tequila to a movie theater before.
That is not loud. That is silent, actually. All you hear is the pop of the cork, and people are like, "Man, I'm jealous."
These guys know how to Shrek. Let me tell you.
Actually, it's way worse. It was the second 50 Shades of Grey movie, and we saw it with your wife on Valentine's Day.
With my wife.
With your wife, correct.
It's very true.
On Valentine's Day, Alex and Tim took Becky to the movie theater with a bottle of tequila to see 50 Shades of Grey 2.
We didn't let her have any of the tequila. It was for us.
Oh, okay. It was just for the grown-ups.
Yeah, no, that.
Honey,
that sounds...
if you're listening, which I know you are, we have to have a very serious chat. So when you get home from walking the dogs, because I know that's when you're listening to this.
In her
please come see
defense, you guys weren't married yet.
It's not that great a defense, Alex, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, all right.
It was terrible. It was a terrible, terrible movie.
Of course, it was a terrible, terrible movie. What point is the sequel of a terrible movie a good movie?
I hadn't seen the original, and I was pretty glad I hadn't by the end of that.
I feel like you should have been glad, or you should have been unhappy, because had you seen it, you never would have put yourself through that one.
Oh no, I was very vocal about it being bad before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
That's good.
when in
That's
Rome.